G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a Gauss Minigun. This is a weapon added to Fallout 76 in the Wastelanders expansion, and what you need to do to get it is grant yourself ally reputation status with the Raiders, which either will require you to do a lot of grinding, or B, a lot of exploiting, or a mixture of both. Look, anyone who's actually running around with these things this early after the release of Wastelanders has done the exploit, so I guess I'm getting cold for Christmas, but I'm doing this for science, damn it. And if you want to see a guide on what this thing can be like, I'll link Tier's video, and if I don't link it, Tier, just yell at me at the comments, because I might not remember this. I'm recording this tonight before I upload it. Anyway, so what I've got here is a two-shot one with 25% faster fire rate, and as you can tell, we've got the pentabarrel, which I believe puts the amount of barrels on this thing somewhere between 4 and 6. And we've got the Tesla coil capacitor to give us a little bit of extra energy damage. It says it increases the ammo capacity as well, but honestly haven't seen too much of a change in that. And we've also got a gunner sight, which has a little bit of a reflex dot there. Don't know how it's getting there. Well, I guess it's a Gauss weapon, so they've probably nailed holographic technology at this point. I mean, we saw those ghost things in Dead Money, right? Anyway, so another thing to note of this thing is how heavy the ammo is. I'm not running around with batteries included because my intelligence tree is spec'd out on doing maximum damage, but I had to drop literally everything out of my inventory that I'm not using, which means I've got no backup weapons, I've got no unyielding armor for when I actually step out of my power armor, so I'm basically stuck in my power armor until I finish this video. I might actually think about dropping some of these on a different character, or rather we might actually use a ton of these to bring down my weight enough so I can run around again. We'll have to see how it goes, but for future reference, you probably want to get a prime receiver and grab the flux and make the 2mm ECs, the crimson ones, the ones that you make out of crimson flux. It's a lot easier on your resources because you need a lot less lead and steel compared to the amount of bullets that you'll create. Anyways, but yeah, we've got the pentabarrel that increases the fire rate, obviously synergizes as well with the extra fire rate, and we're doing, before we perk this out, 72 and 6 ballistic and energy damage respectively, and I've got these to compare it with. Keep in mind that the two-shot is boosting that a little bit higher right now, so I'm guessing we're doing about, I don't know, 65 to 69 giggity damage without the two-shot legendary effect, so it's already a cut above these things, which I consider to be top tier. Now, interestingly, I've never really had a problem doing a lot of damage with heavy guns, so this will just possibly be overpowered, and maybe one of the design choices of making the ammo so heavy is making that the limiting factor there, so you can't run around and use this thing all the time. Enough me prattling on, let's get some damage perks onto this, and we'll chuck on heavy gunner. There's a heavy gunner somewhere else too. There's one. And another one, and for some reason, well actually, I'll just show you before and after I chuck on Demo Expert, so 1 and 14 and 10. If I chuck Demo Expert on, the damage goes up slightly, an extra point here or there is pretty decent, and Bloody Mess goes on too, and now we've got 150 and 11 as compared to 96 and 55, so smashing out the damage here. Okay, so here we are at our local Dumb Cunts Are Us, and here's my Gauss Minigun and the power armor. You'll notice the power armor is that Raider promo stuff. It's still Ultra Sight Strangleheart underneath, but it looks Exo-1 on the surface, which is an improvement. I gotta be honest though, this power armor looked a lot better in the promos, but that's what it looks like. It can be yours for however many dollars they're selling it for. You can buy it on Steam, I think, but anyways, let's get started with this thing, eh? Ooh, okay. There's some major health bar rubber banding going on right now, but as you can tell, strong as fuck, and I ain't even using this as bloodied, so a bloodied one would probably be crazy. Also, with the new update changing the way how sights works, well, it means that you get an idea of where you're aiming. I mean, the reflex sight is there for a nice point of reference of where your bullets are going to land, but you've got the actual reticules there to deal with that. You see where it's going. Fuck up, phone. Anyways, so yeah, there we go. The first little swab of mutants, little squad there. We killed them, and we're doing 236 and 17 damage. Yeah, I'm thinking this thing's a little bit bugged because I'm seeing the same sort of effects of the limb damage thing that people have talked about ad nauseum a while back. So yeah, I'm thinking that's why my damage is a little bit exaggerated, and the same reason why I'm seeing a lot of rubber banding in the health bars. Or it could be that I'm lagging. It's one or the other. Also, interesting thing about the miniguns that they changed is that if you spin up the barrel, then aim down sights, you can actually fire it again. So yay, that's good. I've been waiting for them to fix that stupid bug. There we go. Important not to have a super happy trigger finger when it comes to using this weapon, because your rounds are precious and few and far between. And also I had this thing at 150% and it's gone down slightly, only a little bit, so it looks like durability is on this weapon's side, which is nice.
What's that?
Alright, let's see how fast we can do this if we just send it. Yeah, look at that rubber banding health bar. It's weird, I don't like it. This weapon kind of breaks Fallout 76, and if you did all of the ally grinding legit, you'd feel good about this, I guess. It's like, hey, I've spent all this time, now I can break the game. I was trying to shoot at the ground there to see if I got the splash damage against the doggo. Yeah, we're getting it there. And the fact that we've got 2-shot, which is interesting, and it's also explosive, so it's like a explosive energy weapon that's legit. Now, I'm not sure whether the change to make the Gauss rifles, the Gauss weapons, I should say, explosive by default is needed. I mean, obviously it would have gone through the testing procedures in the PTS, but I kinda don't agree with it, because if we've got explosive damage, that means there's going to be one particular enemy who's going to say, nah, not taking the damage, but we'll have to test it on the little baby variants of her a little bit later. For now, we'll just keep shooting the green monsters and clean up the rest of them, which is full of dogs now. They must have they're doing a good thing for the doggos out there, except for the part where they turn them into the hideous monsters, but, they're picking up the ones from the pound that are usually, left there to be euthanized by PETA because no one's picked them up in 2.3 seconds, so, PETA euthanizes them. But yeah, they're picking them up and they're turning them into a mutant hound army, so, at least they're not dying for no reason. They're dying for the glory of science. Botched science. Botched unethical science of how much damage can I do with this Gauss minigun. It's okay though, they're bad guys, and that makes it morally justified. There we go. Ooh, they've got a little bit of electricity effects that happen to them whilst they're being shot. You won't notice it most of the time because you'll be chopping them down faster than you can really deal with. Looks like it persists on their corpses as well, which is interesting. Gotta make sure I don't, kill myself here. It's a distinct possibility. Also, there you are. He tried. Alright, we're done here. I'm thinking crowd control would be a piece of piss with this, so we'll see what we can do. Okay, let's just wake him up. That should probably do it, right? Oh, okay, well the Strangleheart's definitely got it pulled off, so we'll just get the rest of these dudes up and about. Hello there. Really? I sleep. Maybe the tools don't... I don't think they really rate the Gauss minigun here. They don't seem to be super excited about doing much. Anyways, we'll try to lure them all through. Hello, would you like to get up and do stuff? Yes, good. Okay, right away is worn off. Here we go. It'd be good if I actually could tell what I was shooting at. A lot of blue happening on the screen right now. Phone's still making notifications. I should actually turn it on silent. I take steps to exit their Discord before I start recording. There we go, look at that. Got a light machine gun there. Sorry, mate, you're like so 2018, bro. And there you go, there's us killing ourselves. That's how easy it is. Nice. I'm very disappointed that these guys aren't following me around. Also, another thing I should probably talk about is how Strangleheart power armor was nerfed, and honestly, I'm fine with that. I wasn't exactly relying on this armor to output damage. I was thinking about doing a queen test back in the day with a shotgun, just using the acid damage over time just to stack it on, because honestly, you can't do any damage to a Scorched Beast Queen with a shotgun without pulling tricks like that. But nah, okay. Looks like we'll never have a shotgun good enough to do that. Unless the Gauss shotgun is good. We'll have to see how that goes. Welcome to the deep. Population, a bunch of communist ghouls and little baby robots. But we'll make quick short work of these guys, and we'll reduce the population to the only number of commies that should be in this game, 0. And to test the explosive damage, I'm going to fire off bullets in that direction, and the splash damage is going to clean them up. Now, having the 2-shot legendary effect doubling the explosives makes this task an extremely easy feat, because, ooh, they're launching missiles at me. I'll have you know that you dumb Chinese commie idiots don't know the fact they have fireproof on, so that's your problem, unfortunately. Anyway, so let's not jump across the abyss without a full bar of AP, because that would be stupid. In fact, we'll just take that shortcut, and we'll storm the gates. It's an interesting little place. It's just kind of sitting under White Springs. There's been communists right under our noses. They're probably controlling the tools at White Springs, so basically I've been killing communists the whole time. But now I can actually go down there and kill all the people. They're not people, they're communists. Kill all of these commie maggots who have been controlling all of those feral tools at the White Springs this entire time. Yeah, those automatic rifles do nothing. You see, this is kind of, it's kind of how the war went here. They're even trying to, steal the power armor. They think that they'll win the war if they steal American power armor. See, their puny little stealth suits can't take the heat of our dudes. The Americans, they run around the power armor, they've got heavy weapons, they don't have to run around with tiny little rifles anymore. Like, this is why China cracked the shits and dropped the nukes, because they couldn't win. They can't beat this. Okay, so we're back to our regularly scheduled slaughter here after that little spell at Commie Cave. That's what I'm going to call it, Commie Cave. Works perfectly. Anyways, so there's these crackheads that I'm going to kill. That one's running for the alarm. Today, I won't let her get to it. Haha, she has to walk. I think it was a she. They have to walk because, well, because I crippled one of their legs. Also, you're getting a little bit of damage over time on you. I'd like to examine how much damage over time we're getting, but it's nothing compared to the actual bullet damage I'm getting. Also, I think if they turn that alarm on, they summon the dogs, because, well, it happened yesterday. It turns out one of them talks, so I've just killed Fallout 76's Scooby-Doo, so I'm gonna have the Mystery Incorporated people going after me. Come on. There we go. Got him good this time. Take that, Swan, you dog. Okay, let's put these crabs to an end. Pretty sure there was one around there. You know, it'd be cool if we had the mod tools in this game, because I reckon if we use all of XCOM's magnetic weapons and, make all of the electromagnetic cartridges come out red, now that would be sick if you use actual XCOM guns. Actually, the XCOM 2 magnetic rifle bears some resemblance to the regular old Gatling laser in Fallout 3. Hey, that's a crab of damage over time. You die now. Also, for some reason, the leveled list seems to be a little bit lower than what it usually is. Yeah, there's Razor Claws here. There's usually glowing Mirelurks and everything, so I'm not really sure what's happening here. And just like the ADATs go for the legs, easiest way to get headshots. It's the same damage as headshots, and yep. And it'll peep that damage once again. 245 and 18. What if I do this? Oh no, I'm not doing splash damage to myself. Also, I jammed the thing. Oh, okay, the splash damage is fairly minimal at best. I don't know why I killed myself earlier. Alright, time to examine this thing's performance on bat. Now, being explosive, I am kind of dreading it, because these guys don't actually acknowledge any explosive damage for the most part. Sometimes they do. Let's just get them out and about. That seems to be going okay so far. Obviously, we're at a super long distance, and our range is currently bringing down our damage. Plus, it's only 2-shot. We're not using bloodied here. Now, if you're going to land, that would be super helpful. We're gonna get in nice and close, open wide for a big old mouthful of Gauss bullets. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, it's no bloodied, but we'll get to that eventually, right? We've got to roll one first. If it's bloodied and crippling, probably might break the game even more. Also, do I have the force behind these Gauss bullets to... Oh, radworms, that's a shame. Get out of here, tools. Your fight's over. I've already killed you all today. Can we actually push the corpse around? No, that was something else doing it. Anyways, we'll aggro this thing. Bring him around, see what that one can do. It'll do that. That's okay. I can lure out one from over here, I reckon. If the game wants to give me one. And it appears it is not the case, but we've got this one. Come on, let me waste these bullets. These are heavy anyway. Oh, and there's little crickets. They're all scorched as well. Scorched and glowing, there you go. Yeah, so there you have it. A little bit of a look at the Gauss Minigun. Whoops, exploitations, I did them, my bad. Dislike this video if you dislike the fact that I kind of exploited for this. Look, I'm not going to probably be running around with this thing. It's good, but I just think that the spin-up time is just a huge pain, and I'm not struggling for damage in any way. So if I'm using heavy guns, that's still a fairly amount of decent damage over time, I guess. Scorched Conquerors aren't nothing, but yeah, I don't know. I like the on-demand bullet hose that you can get out of the light machine gun still, so in many ways, I mean, it's good, but I don't know, I'll have to grab a bloodied one and then I'll make the call there, but for what it's worth, it's a cool new gun. It's like a Gauss minigun sort of thing. It shoots bullets really fast, and you know, you can finally make use out of these. I've almost halved my ammo supply just recording this, so yeah, not incredibly sustainable. I'm thinking it'll be one of those one-off weapons that you might pull out for a clean fight every now and then, or when shit gets real, but keeping this thing fed is going to be probably your main problem. I guess if you're going to grind these things out legit, gathering as much of these things before you grab the weapon might be advantageous, although even with the 3 ranks of what's it called, perk, the batteries included, they're still quite heavy. I had a dude in the Discord say that he's like massively over capacity with 5, I think, what is it, 50,000 or something of these bullets, and he had batteries included, so if he had taken that off, it would have probably instantly broken his legs and created a black hole in the server. So yeah, it's an interesting trade-off. Super heavy ammo for a very, very hungry weapon. It's probably not an always thing, but for a sometimes event, you want to pull it out for a special occasion, that's good. Also, aesthetically, I think this thing is quite ugly. I'm not really a super big fan of how it looks. It's like it's got tumors all over it. I'm thinking that the regular old minigun has the best aesthetic, but you know, it might grow on me over time. We'll have to see how it goes. But anyways, there you go. Is the Gauss Minigun. It's a 2-shot with fire rate. It does all right. I'm actually pleased to have grabbed this one. I think the experience would have been a lot better if I didn't see much of that enemy's health bars, I guess, rubber banding to back up, but I'm thinking that's just because Bethesda still haven't solved this super rate of fire damage glitch that happens when you've got like Stalker's LMGs. It's the same bug, so yeah, if they fix that, this thing might be a little bit smoother to use, a little bit better. But yep, that's my Gauss Minigun. I'll probably try to get a few more. Thank you for watching, guys.